Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. As you may know, I was kind of confused in the last episode. So I turned off the Smart ASS and turned on towards target and just did 7.7 meters per second towards target, and it did keep pushing it away. But once we breached a certain point, then it got me to the point where I had an intersect that was 83.7 kilometers away. So I guess I just needed to push a little bit further. So let's just go ahead and keep an eye on that, and let's take that down to about 10 kilometer separation if we can. Oh, nope. It's the closest we're going to get, I guess. 20 kilometers is fine. So once we get up there, I'm just going to go ahead and kill relative velocity. So add maneuver here. That said, I'm not going to actually do that in a maneuver. We're just going to burn relative velocity down, which is target retrograde, but it's a little bit less confusing to use Smart ASS. So let's go ahead and do that, and let's warp to next maneuver, which is apparently a year away. That's interesting. We're not going to actually go that far. I just want to figure out where exactly this thing is, but we're going to be quite close, so as soon as we see it, I'm probably going to drop this. So let's go ahead and cancel that. Separation of 22 kilometers. Excellent. We'll just keep warping for now. And as soon as we get up over here, I will cancel the warp. Like, we're going to be seeing this thing very, very soon, theoretically. We should be almost there. Okay, we are about 50 days away from our intersect point. Where are we? Okay, so here we are. We should be very, very close. So let's just go ahead and kill our relative velocity, but I don't see it, which is a little weird. Okay, let's just kill that velocity off. 3, 2, 1, 0, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Excellent. Okay, so where is it? Is it up? Is it down? Why do I not see the jewel base? That is my question right now. Let's set our focus to Elu real quick so that we can just be a little bit closer here. I set it as our target, and it's clearly our target. So, where is it? It should be right here. It's so close that we can't unsee our power module. But what happens if we turn off that? If we turn off our probes? All we see is the power module still. Can we turn off our ship? Like, our current ship? That's the question. Because all I want is to be able to click on our station. Okay, let's head back to the Space Center. And let's see about flying the actual station. And see where we are. We should be incredibly close, and we should be essentially stationary compared to the station. Relative to the station, shall I say. So let's go ahead and fly the station, which is right where it should be. I think there was just a targeting issue, is I think all there was. So theoretically, once we're at this station, the question now becomes, what happens? Okay, we see the jewel base here, but we have our probes turned off. So let's turn those back on. There's the power module. Okay, set as target. Targeting power module. Excellent. I don't see it. But let's try no nearby objects to focus. Okay. Let's switch to the power module now. It looks like they're separated enough on screen on the map so that hopefully... Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, unset that target, reset the target, and we'll burn towards the target a little bit. We are currently about 100,000 kilometers out. That's why. Gotcha. Okay, so let's go to target mode. Let's go to about 20 meters per second, probably. Somewhere around in there. There we go. Switch around to target velocity minus, or relative velocity minus, which is going to be target minus. It's going to be the same thing. And let's just see where exactly we are here. Okay, so it's basically exactly where I thought it was. It was just a little bit further away. That's fine. We are moving quite close. So let's just go ahead and take it down to... I don't know. We'll see. Somewhere around... Oop, that was too fast. That was faster than I was comfortable with. So we'll take this down to somewhere around 50 kilometers. And then we'll do a course correction. So right about here. Okay. There it is. Looks like we actually don't need a course correction. So let's just go ahead and keep bringing it a little bit closer. To about 20 kilometers or 10, somewhere around there. Yeah, probably about 10. And then at 10, we will kill our velocity and reorient and then go in. Let's let it get a little closer. There we go. 4 kilometers out. That's not too bad. Maybe a little closer. 3, 2... It's not going to be able to get too much closer. We're currently... Let's let it get to 1 kilometer. Okay, that's good enough. Let's kill our relative velocity. We'll need to do a course correction. Okay. 0.5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There. Okay, face towards target. Go ahead and arm the grabbing unit and control from here. And let's go ahead and... Can we target center of mass? Not from this distance, it looks like. Okay. So we're going to have to do another course correction. Let's just go ahead and burn towards the target a little bit. About there. Relative velocity minus. We're going to need to kill our directionality, or rather kill our velocity quite soon. Just because we're not aimed towards what I want to be aimed at. We are currently aimed at the crew module, and I don't want to be directly aiming at that. I want to aim at the center of mass as soon as we can, which will be sometime in the future. I don't know how close we have to be, maybe 500 meters? We'll find out. 500 meters, is that correct? Yeah, that's more like it. Target center of mass. Okay. So we're going to turn Smart ASS off because it gets really confused by this. And we are going to go to target retrograde. And we are simply going to burn off all of our speed at this point. Because I actually kind of like our angle of approach. Ish. Okay. I would like to go maybe this way a little bit, though. So let's go ahead and angle up that direction. Nope, not that direction. Angle up this direction. And get a little bit of velocity going. Something kind of like this. About 5 meters per second, I think. That'll do. Okay, switch over to target retrograde. Yeah, that's a much better angle. I like that. Okay, kill relative velocity. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. We are good enough. Let's burn towards the target at this point. We're going 0.1 meters per second, but that's fine. I'm going to make a quick save, just in case something goes horribly wrong with the physics. It probably won't, though. This is becoming kind of routine. And let's just go up to, for right now, about 5 meters per second, I think. Maybe 2. Maybe 5. I can't quite decide. Yeah, I think 5 meters per second will be good. Okay, right about there. And then we'll just drift in, turn on RCS, and we'll brake using RCS once we get a little bit closer. We've got plenty of monopropellant. So let's just go ahead and maintain this heading. Okay, we'll be there in about 40 seconds at this speed. There we go. Once we get to about 100 meters out, I'm going to drop our speed. Yep, I'm going to start dropping speed now. Oh wow, look how slowly that drops. Yeah, good call. Better start now. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This is going to go down to 1 meter per second if we don't... 1 meter per second if we don't dock before we get there. Oh. We need to be going retrograde right now. This isn't good. This is not good. Okay. Let's keep going retrograde. Oh, come on. Push us out and away. Okay, back to retrograde. So the reason that happened is we turned as we were going in, and I just didn't like the angle of approach. So now we're going to go right on back in, and we're going to try this one more time. So let's kill our relative velocity. There we go. And then let's go towards the target. At 1 meter per second now. There. That should be good. I'm very content with that approach, I think. Yeah, that looks fine. And this should be quite effective at generating some power for this base. So come on in. I am going to slow us down to exactly 1 meter per second using RCS. There we go. Maintain heading. And we will be impacting shortly. I'm going to quick save because I'm going to physics warp this and see if we can get there just a little bit faster. And I'm going to go ahead and unphysics warp right about now. And it should grab on. Come on, grab on. It did not grab. Let's try this again. Are we going to get a grab? That should be a grab. There we go. That's a grab. Nice. So now, as you can see, we are generating a lot of electric charge because of this power module. Power module brings 4 additional Gigantors and, more importantly, a whole lot of RTGs and battery storage capacity. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and get our miner units operating again. Start Asteroid Harvester. There you go. Start Asteroid Harvester. And we are going to... Looks like that is still going. It's missing ore, but it shouldn't be missing ore for very long since we are currently harvesting. Okay. I want just liquid fuel. Still saying it's missing ore. Well, it shouldn't be. I wonder... Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're just not producing enough ore to keep it operating. That's fine. Let's go ahead and get our other significantly less efficient unit mining as well. This one is so much less efficient because we don't have thermal on it, but that's fine. Okay, so as you can see, our electric charge is still actually going down, which is a wee bit unfortunate. However, I think that once we have our thermal efficiency from the core temperature on this, yeah, you can see our usage is dropping precipitously. So that's fine. I think once this overheats, we will be fine on power production. So I'm going to go ahead and physics warp this a little bit. And let's see. Are we going to go positive? Yep, we are going positive. Fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Also, that is waggling around in a horrible fashion, and I really don't like the looks of that. So let's not let that happen anymore, shall we? Okay. Fantastic. So one thing we should do before I forget is take our power module and shut down the engine. There we go. We're not going to be using that engine anytime soon. So the mass of this asteroid will come down over time, and since our electric charge is going up, we shouldn't have to babysit this. Theoretically. As for where it will actually get to, I don't know. But we can time warp and find out. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at this miner unit here. Okay, this one is the one that has the thermal efficiency issue. So, yeah, I mean, you can see we're at 3.34 right now. And that is... Well, we don't have peak efficiency on all of our Gigantors, obviously, because we're at different angles. Some of them are probably going to be blocked by the asteroid. Like, for example, this guy might be blocked by the asteroid a little bit. Apparently not. Oh, the sun is over here right now. I gotcha. Okay, so, I mean, realistically, we are going to be seeing this liquid fuel fill up. And the real question is, how much will we drop this mass by before this liquid fuel fills? And I think the answer is we're going to see it drop by a lot before the fuel fills. However, let's head on back to the Space Center and take a quick look at what we've got for contracts and decide what our next mission is going to be, because it's going to take a long time to mine out that asteroid. But now that we've got power there, it will happen while we're not there. So that's great. Let's see. Polar orbit of Ike, polar orbit of Jewel, science data from space around Gilly, that's free money. Orbital station around Duna, blah blah blah. Science data from surface of Tylo. We'll grab that. Okay, so first things first. How long do we have on this? 16 years. Okay, that might still be doable. We might still be able to get this contract done before it times out, which would be fine. Science data from space around Gilly, though. That's the first thing we're going to do here. So let's hop into the tracking station, and from space around Gilly, we've got a lander at Gilly here. Where are our orbiters? Orbiting Gilly. Here we go. We'll go ahead and fly this guy. And let's see what we've got. We've got a rather lengthy load time, but that's okay. We've got a really, really out-of-date orbiter here. Lovely. Okay. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves, I guess, the seismic accelerometer. Oh, we can't log that. In that case, let's find ourselves the thermometer. Where is it? It should be here somewhere. Ah, here it is. Log that temperature. Transmit that. Fantastic. There's that contract complete. Okay, let's head right on back to the Space Center. And the question then becomes, do we have her over on Tylo? I think that was one of the ones that we didn't. And if so, we're going to have to put one on Tylo. That's fine, though. That should not be a big deal. So let's check our tracking station. Do we have anything around Tylo right now? Actually, don't know. Our contract is science data from the surface of Tylo, correct? Yes, science data from the surface. Okay, so do we have anything around Tylo? We do. We do have an orbiter around Tylo. Right here. Okay, so a lander on Tylo would not be that big of a deal. Tylo is this one. I just want to make sure that we don't have a lander at Tylo. We've got one at Vol. We've got one at Lathe, but we don't have one at Tylo. So Vol, Lathe, and then Vol, we've got everything on. Maybe I should have a spreadsheet for this. So Vol, we have a lander and we have a orbiter, correct? Are we not showing landers? I thought we had a lander at Vol. See, this is why I need a spreadsheet. Yeah, here's a lander. Okay, so we have a lander at Vol. I know we have both at Lathe. So then Tylo is, of course, the next target here. And we don't currently have a lander there. That is going to be our next mission. So a lander at Tylo. And then Bop, I believe we are done with other than the base that we're going to put there. And that is correct. And then Pull. We need, I think, everything. Whoa. That's trippy. Why is the UI flickering? Okay. So yeah, at Pull we need everything. So we need 2 landers. We need an orbiter. We need to put in the base. And we need the crasher for Joule. So yeah. Tylo lander is definitely next. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a lander ready to go for Tylo. That is going to be a non-atmospheric landing. Unless I miss my guess. I'm like 95% sure that'll be a non-atmospheric landing. So let's hop on in here. There we go. And let's open up ourselves our Geraldo. And this is going to be a Geraldo Mark II. There we go. Now then, this thing. How much Delta V do we have? A fair amount. Do we have parachutes on here? We do not. Good. Now this is Twitch fuel engines. We do need to check our thrust to weight on our second stage in Tylo. So what is our thrust to weight in stage 2? Kind of crappy. 2.14 though. That's not awful. Does MechJeb agree? MechJeb does not agree. MechJeb says 0.26. That seems more likely. Yeah, so if that's the case, then we've got 3 minutes of burn with twitches. But if we drop the twitches and put in something a little bit more powerful for those, like, for example, if we were to put in Cubs, let's see, thrust in the vacuum 40 kilonewtons versus 16 kilonewtons. What would a pair of Cubs look like? Stage 2, Cubs. 0.64 thrust to weight. Okay, that's not enough. Okay, so, real quick, I just want to check. Yeah, that's fine. So let's go ahead and take off the Cubs then, and what about if we had Thuds? Thuds should be more than sufficient. It is, but it's also only 24.9 meters, or 24.9 seconds of burn time. But that's probably okay. Right? That should be fine. I don't know. I feel like the Thuds are overkill. What if instead we were to run... Well, we know that the Cubs are insufficient at 80 kilonewtons of thrust. We know that 240 is too much. Right? What is the thrust to weight here? 1.77. Okay, that's actually not bad. 368 meters per second of delta V. Okay. And we should have a fair amount of braking power from this stage anyway. I think this'll do. I don't like it sticking out of the fairing. That's kind of disgusting. Not a fan of that. What can we do about that? I mean, we could redo the fairing. So let's go ahead and edit the fairing. Take it down to here. And then take it up something like that. That would do the trick. Okay, so what's our total delta V here? About 12k. I feel like that should be sufficient. Hypothetically, what if we were to... I'm just looking at our Kerbal thrust to weight here. SLT of 1.63. Okay. Should be good. This should get us there. So let's go ahead and save that, and let's launch this. Now, granted, I do think that those engines are overkill, but we're not going to be running them at full capacity most of the time, and the point is, we're going to be able to use our nuclear engine for a fair amount of the time. And actually, I'm just looking at the time here. This launch should probably be in the next episode, shouldn't it? Well, I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and next episode, we'll launch this mission. See you all then.